Hey everybody, welcome back to the Why the F Not podcast. I am Steven Brogan Cortez, episode 83. 83? Yeah, I double checked that, 83. Yo, hope y'all had a good New Year's, good gentle holiday season. This episode's been in the makings for a while. I've been trying to get this guy on the show for a good long time, but the stars haven't aligned till today. Today, my guest is Sammy Aguilar. Sammy is a good friend of mine from high school. God, grew up with this guy. Feels like it, basically. Now we're adult men. I was like, he's a man. And I'm like, I'm not the man yet. No, now we're men talking on this podcast, talking about his barbershop. He's a co-owner and partner and creator of the Rose Garden Barbershop. Shout out, Karlo. We don't forget about you, dude. You're gonna come here next. But Sammy's here today to talk to me about, we talk about Rose Garden. We talk about maybe some music, some growing ups. Just sit back, relax. You better enjoy yourself. Did you subscribe yet? I gotta do that now, right? Call to action, right? Yeah, we gotta do that. Have you subscribed yet? Go subscribe, like something. Why am I pointing? That's so aggressive. I'm like, you better subscribe. No, look, if you want to subscribe, go and do it, but go subscribe for real. Go like it. Rate. You're on Apple Podcasts. You can rate it, you can put it like a 5-star. I won't be coqueton and cocky over here. 4-star even. I'm cool with the 4-star. But go, do it. It helps it out. It helps the show out. I appreciate you. Thank you. And without further ado, let's get to the Why the F Not podcast with Sammy Aguilar. Oh, Dios mío. Ooh, healthy coughs. Healthy coughs.
It's just backed up.
Dude, that's good, man. I think I only got COVID once during this whole pandemic thing, and I think it's because of cannabis. Cannabis, protected me.
Bro, I would say I'll take to my grave too, but yes, it did save me.
Yeah, dude. Did you know that smoking cannabis, and I guess technically smoking cigarettes too, that's what the study found, but smoking cannabis or cigarettes, the smoke would go into your lungs, right? And then the burn that your lungs would get over time after smoking so much, right, would create this callus shield on your lungs,
bro,
so that the coronavirus can't get deeper into your lungs.
Right. It doesn't really ever get in there.
It doesn't go into the bronchioles. You know what I mean?
Oh man, it just reminds me of that movie Osmosis Jones. If you haven't seen it, I'm sure you've seen it though.
Oh, it's a great movie, dude.
Bro, are you kidding me? I feel like instead of that little red pill guy, it was actually cannabis particles going into my body to protect my life. Mm-hmm. That's what happened.
They're like, yo, bro, we're going to chill here on your lungs and we're not going
everyone
anywhere.
Relax.
Yo, relax. Even if you're sick, it's relax, dude. You're sick. Relax.
Yeah, facts.
So, dude, it took time. It took time and effort to get this podcast finally up and running.
Yeah, bro. We definitely talked about it for a while. Finally made it happen, bro.
Dude, and I just I want to talk about Rose Garden. I want to talk about the journey that, that started Rose Garden. But I want to kind of just start off we've known each other since high school.
Yeah, bro.
What was life for you after high school, dude? What was life for you after high school?
I think that it's all tied in together. I think I can't talk about Rose Garden without having talked about everything that happened after, leaving high school. So it is all intricately tied together. That's why I feel so passionate about it, obviously, and dedicated to it in general, just because it's so tied together over the journey, since I have left, which is everybody's journey starts right after high school, right? So there's just a long period of time I think I really was trying to find myself, like most people. Yeah. And the way that I found myself was through the church, and I got very involved with the church. I'm not sure if, we were in contact during that time period, but I really just kind of went all in with it. As you know, I was a musician in high school, and I kind of carried that on, and I got very involved with that. And eventually, I grew up, and I was so invested in doing that I ended up playing with the band and touring and doing all sorts of things with the church. And so I got very heavily involved with the music side of things there, because it's always been my passion, of course. But, with the church, it was just a whole journey all on its own of finding myself through morality, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. It was a great journey for me to have gone through all that. And eventually, just to fast forward, I ended up getting married with someone in the church.
Mazel tov.
Yeah, I'm not married
Congrats.
anymore. It
Oh,
was a
never
very
mind.
short,
Taking back that
short.
mazel tov.
It was
Gonna
a short.
take
No,
it back.
yeah, no. I mean, a lot of people weren't even aware of it, but it happened just because it was such a short. It was like a 3 month period that I was married.
Mm,
Um, and then just a kind of a moment of self sabotage, and it kind of just ended, and everything fell apart. Just to give you the general scope of things.
yeah, yeah.
Just because all of those things that happened brought me to Rose Garden, and kind of with the fallout of not being part of that community anymore, and not being a part of just a general participant of like church, and being involved with music. I just kind of completely detached from the entire thing because it didn't end well. Again, I say self
Mm,
sabotage in every sense of the word. It didn't end well at all. So kind of from the fallout of that, I was left with what am I going to do with my life now? If I was so invested with, hey, I want to, do something with my life and make something of myself, for myself, really. So, I feel like right after that, I was kind of at a crossroads of like, what am I going to do? And it really came down to I want to build something that I can leave behind, something that
mm.
it goes beyond me, something that can be established even after I'm gone, that I can leave to my kids. That's really where what I had in mind. And it just so happens that the idea of the barbershop came up. Obviously, as Carl, obviously
Yeah, shout out Karlo Cuesta, man.
my business partner. Yeah. So we had a lot of conversations. He was my barber at the time, but we had a lot of conversations, about the future. And I really just pitched him the idea, and we kind of talked about it more and more here and there. And it really just came down to like executing it and making it happen. So again, that's the general scope of how everything happened right after high school, the fallout of my divorce. And then I ended up deciding, hey, I want to make something of myself, talk to Carlo, and we just pulled the trigger. And 5 years later, here we are.
So if you don't mind me, like with my little curiosity,
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
so
I'm
because
here
I
to
mean,
be open.
I love it. I love it, dude. We're gonna get raw, bro. So like we like people like that we like that, when we like look for faith and whatnot, it's for guidance. But then like so like so what like you just started burning bridges? Like was there like some sort of turmoil within you? Like what was like what like was there like a
Of course. I feel like, bro, I mean, at the time, I was young. I was 23 years old, but I was with this girl for 2 years at the time, 2 3 years. And just to put it in perspective again, I think the expectation, just so it's clear, you know, because I was a participant within the band, the music ministry as it's called,
Mhm.
and at the time I was very heavily involved with the youth and preaching and things like that. So because of that, we're kind of held to a higher standard, and in general, because we're supposed to be an example for others at the time, the example and the expectation was, hey, you don't date to date, you date to get married, right? And that really
Mm.
was the expectation for anybody, and I believed it at the time, of course, and I
Yeah.
wanted to uphold my own moral belief or standards, so, and that's really what it came down to, is just, okay, I think I'm going to do this because I kind of have to, in a way. And then when it happened, in reality, it's like, okay, so that's not what I wanted. How do I get out of this? And it wasn't that it was burning bridges. It was just literally like, let me pull the rug out from under everyone and just dip. It was a horrible situation. I take no pride in it
Yeah.
whatsoever, but it was just a bad situation. And I felt like the only way out was to self sabotage and to kind of just ruin it so that I don't ever have to deal with that ever again. And it
Yeah.
was it was a cowardly move on my part. But at the time, again, I felt so young and helpless, and that's just what I decided to do, regardless of how I see it now. It's what I did. So
Yeah.
that's how everything fell apart. But I'm happier for it because like I said, I did what was best for me, and unfortunately, it did hurt people in the process. And then, of course, with divorce, you kind of have to deal with the repercussions of like, hey, this is not going to be, you know, we're not together anymore. Now we're separate. We're not considered one. It's like, okay, we're whole different people. We're moving on with our lives. That's just the reality of it. But then at 23 years old, how do you, I can look back and I'm like, how else would I have handled it? I had no idea. I didn't talk to anybody,
Yeah.
and you would think like, okay, I have the church, but no, like the church also was like, okay, it's like we're shunning it. You're no longer going to associate with us. I would go.
After the divorce.
Yeah, you can't.
Nah, dude. And were they Christian? Was this a Christian church?
Yes, it was a Christian church.
Where did like that's why see I grew up Christian as well, man. I
I
did.
remember. I remember. Yeah, yeah.
And I think it's a beautiful faith. See, as I was taught a faith, not a religion, right? But then when people start like treating you like they're better than you or you're less than them because of this or that, it's like where does the Christian love and brotherhood go? Like after that divorce, especially like after everything you gave to
Yeah,
them, you said you toured with them. You were in with the
yeah.
youth, like you were trying to do ministry, you were trying to be a part of a community, and then they pressure you into getting married first off. Wait, how long were you engaged or dating? Excuse me. How long were you dating before married?
But that's the thing. Like to them, the timeline of 2 years was kind of like realistic.
Wait, so you guys were just dating for 2 years?
Yeah, just about. Yeah, I would say about 2 years. And we they say like short. This is funny. They would say it in Spanish, but I forget how it went. But it was amistades cortas. What is it? And the next one is like about being engaged also for a long time, and then marriage is forever, type of thing. So it's like a play on words. That they use that kind of is the expectation of like, okay, you're not going to date for a long time. Why? Because of temptation. Cool. You get engaged to get to know the person more intimately. Um, and that's kind of the formula to get you a marriage forever. And that was like what they taught us.
Mm.
But again, I don't blame that I did everything that I did because I grew up, in that, and I kind of believed all of it at the time that I have to do this. This is what I'm supposed to do, and because I had no roadmap myself, I really, I didn't have an idea of what, as a man, I'm supposed to do. What better example than the highest level of morality, in God, right?
Dude, that just sounds so unfair.
So,
That sounds unfair. Dude, like it sounds unfair and manipulative because who's to
yeah,
say
yeah,
that this church ruined your relationship with this girl? Like who knows? Like y'all could have maybe still been just dating for more than 2 years.
yeah.
Like
Maybe,
you
who knows?
they could have just left you alone and just you could have just kept doing your ministry, keep doing the band, and then in 5, 6 years, like what like dude, me and Stephanie, my girlfriend, we've been together for 6 years, not engaged yet. Like
Yeah,
we
yeah.
li- we lived
No, bro.
together.
I mean, yeah. Like, of course, like we're grown now. It's different, right? Like,
Yeah. But back then, also, yeah, back then you were younger. Like, dude, like,
imagine, like I started. I remember I met her at like 19, and then
híjole, dude, bichito, like they would
to me
say.
it was much less about the relationship and much more about the expectation that was placed on me, by the church because of my willingness to commit more to the church. Does that make sense? Like, this is a standard you have if you want to be more committed and involved.
Dude,
And again, it made sense at the time because I was like, okay, this I'm doing what's right. I'm doing what's righteous. I'm being an example. But it was never about like love for me. And again, who am I to
wow.
blame? They can be judgmental. Everyone is. You grow up and you realize, yeah, you know what? Like that's just how people are, regardless of even my expectation that they would have handled it better. They couldn't have. Just as I didn't handle it good either. So it's like, okay, everyone was at fault in some way or another, but who am I to think like you could have done something differently when we all
Dude,
could.
it sounds like you've definitely stepped back and gained some serious perspective after
Yeah,
everything
bro.
you experienced, dude.
Yeah, definitely, bro. I feel like you have to, just because at the end of the day, when you do get into a new relationship, or if you are looking to, just open up your heart again to anybody, I think the important thing is that you don't come into it with like all this stuff you have that's unresolved. And I
Mm.
think that's huge because I don't want to carry that into anything, even into like my children. I don't want them to
No.
believe like, wow, like here's my dad and he's still bitter about his marriage that didn't work out. Imagine that. Like, I would never want to teach that to even my kids. So I think that's what it comes down to, man. Like, I had to reflect. That's all I had was I literally retreated myself from the world. I isolated myself after that. Just focused on Rose Garden, obviously, and I just worked through all my shit. And there was some ways that were healthy, but at least I pushed through that, and I had to be able to have an understanding of what I felt first of all, and how I can grow or build on top of that. And that's all that I had really for the time after the divorce, was just to think, to process, to grow from it. And that's really what happened after it.
Dude, to be divorced like that young, like and have that whole
Yeah,
situation,
for real.
like thank God for Rose Garden. Like,
Yeah, bro.
so you started talking with Karlo, man, and
Yeah, yeah.
where? Let's talk about the title. Where did the name Rose Garden come from?
When we were coming up with ideas, we have several actually. Because at the time, I remember we even just thought of doing the garden. Um, so we kind of had a theme of growth, um, you know, and being able to plant something and watering it and caring for it. That was the whole idea behind the name Rose Garden. Let's plant a garden and roses are applicable in every occasion. In life, death, celebration, love. You can use roses for anything, and it works. So just and to us, it's like, yeah, just like a haircut, of course. You get a haircut for any special occasion, and and we kind of came up with the idea of doing the garden, which even on our business documents when we filed, it says the garden or Rose Garden Barbershop. They're both names that we filed for. But we decided ultimately to stick to Rose Garden. It just was more specific, and that's really how it happened. Just kind of like shooting ideas out there, kind of thinking about what it meant to us, and that's how we came down to it.
Dude, and like for you and Karlo to be like the team to build this brand, this company. Like I just remember you two, y'all were thick as thieves, like the liveliest of
Yeah.
characters in Birmingham, man. Like y'all did not make choir boring. I'll tell you that much.
No, man, we were trouble.
Dude, I mean, dude, we're so young. Like, dude, I'm past 30 now, bro. I'm like 3 decades in.
My
We're
birthday's in your birthday just passed. My birthday's in 3 days, bro.
three days.
I'm turning
Oh,
31.
dude, is this gonna come out on your birthday?
I
Shit.
mean, we'll see.
Alves,
No
man.
surprise, just drop
Happy
it.
birthday, Sammy.
It's
Dude.
coming. But I feel you, bro. Yeah, we're definitely there. We're.
And dude, we're older, yeah, but damn, but the place y'all have built, man. Like I was there early on and I think I made another stop by, like midway in the
Yeah.
halfway, like where y'all been, right? And it's just such a homey spot. Like it just feels like a bunch of friends, just hanging out. Like it feels like barbershop, like straight up like the movie.
Yeah, definitely, bro. And of course, like it's changed in its own way throughout. Because, bro, we're coming up on 5 years now. That still blows my
Wow.
mind. That's five
Congrats,
years.
dude. five
Yeah, thank you, bro.
years.
Thank you. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, it's January the 12th or something. I remember we got the keys sometime this like early in January, and we started building everything out in March. And by March, we were ready to go. So it's just crazy to think 5 years ago. Wow, like it was so different when it started, and it's evolved so much. Not only with the way it looks and feels, but also with the team. We've definitely evolved into what we are now. Even if you stop by now, it may look a little different, as we always change the layout. We always change things. The,
Yeah.
the the receptionist desk was here and then over there, and we were just playing with it. But that's the beauty of it. That we could do whatever the hell we want, right? Until we
Damn.
we feel like it feels like home. That it always keeps that same feeling that you had, when you first walked in. Even if you've been with it from the beginning and you've seen the changes, the feeling never changes. So that's always been the goal with the shop in general.
Dude. And okay, so it's you're handling the business side of Rose Garden, then Karlo handles the floor, if you will.
Right. So to break it down,
Yeah, yeah,
and I feel like
please.
we've come to like a natural balance, right? Um, you know, with Carlo, he handles not only the hiring, but he also obviously handles a lot of the training. Whether it's like formal or informal, and just guiding the guys, in terms of what the etiquette is for a barber, and just retaining the team together, and making sure that everybody is on the same page, and the expectations that we have with this, bigger overview level. So a lot of his side is more on the talent, and kind of like the operations in the day to day. That's what he handles.
Mm,
Yeah,
damn.
yeah.
And then, dude, last time I was there, I saw that y'all made is that a recording studio in there? Did y'all make a
I
recording
had I had a
studio?
studio, bro. I had a studio in the back, and you know, yeah, bro. It just cause I feel like it just was hey, bro, let's put one back there. We always I had the studio in my apartment at the time,
Mhm.
and like I said, I've never let go of music. It's always been there, you know, and that kind of just carried through every stage of my life. And I always have a studio, and I've always had one since I was in high school. I had a little shitty interface, you know, with a random ass mic. I've always had one just to like play around with and be creative, you know. And so, you know, when it came down to it, I was like, bro, why not? We have the space in the back. Why the fuck not? Let's fucking, you know, throw a studio back there, and you know, we'll have sessions. And at the time, we were recording with a lot of people and working with different people. So you know that it just kind of happened, and then it phased out slowly as the shop grew. We put more stations back there. Then we got rid of the stations. Then we said let's make a break room. You know, so we had it, and then we didn't, and you know, it just kind of was a thing for a little bit, but it was fun while we had it. Yeah.
So like music's still a part of your life. Like what are you doing right now music wise?
I mean, I wouldn't say that it's like something that I'm pursuing. You know, I've made music. I consider it much more like art. You know, when I make it, I make it.
Yeah.
And you know, when I want to release it or put it out there, I will. Just like my most recent one. You know, I'm sure you saw the video. That was a song we wrote in 2018, bro. Me and Karlo.
Damn.
2018, 2019. So you know, it just was a song that we decided to kind of just, hey man, let's just pull the trigger. Like we've just been sitting on this song. You know, and we worked on it a little more to finish it. You know, we had like a little idea of it, but you know, once we did it, we pulled the trigger and said, let's do it. And you know, we have other songs too that we finished. We just sit on them because you know, for us, it's like, okay, cool. Let's like come up with something, you know, great. Let's come up with a great idea. Let's not just half-ass it. At least that's not how I am, you know. But you know, music has always been very much a part of everything, and you know, it's not something that I kind of like work on when I have like the time to just sit here and like, you know, like I said, get creative and just play something and just listen to music to get inspired. That's how I treat it, you know. So it's not so much something that I pursue, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. So I mean, what's inspiring you right now? Like anything you're geeking out about? Like what's got you titillating?
Bro, okay, I'm gonna tell you.
Dígame, dude, what's up?
So I'm having a daughter. Yeah, bro.
You're having a daughter? Congrats.
I am.
Oh my God. Breaking news here. Dude, congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah. My girl's actually sleeping in the other room right now. She's
damn.
8 months. Like, yeah, she's due next month.
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah, bro. So, you know, I've been real like busy, you know, with planning everything, and as you can imagine, you know, but yeah, that's really like what is in a sense inspiring me in every sense of the word, you know, is that's happening for me.
Fatherhood,
you know, for us, yeah, fatherhood, bro. Yeah.
Wow.
Fatherhood,
bro. You know, they say, man, when like I heard this from Kevin Smith. He was like, when you have a kid, you realize you're not the main character of your story anymore.
No.
Like you're watching this little life now, and like,
yeah, it's almost automatic too, you know. It's just, you know, this is it now. It's just a kind of a transfer, and it happens so naturally. Like the moment you find out, it's like, it's almost like, it sounds weird, but like it's almost like I don't matter anymore.
No,
it's like death to self. Like I'm sacrificial type stuff. You know, it's like, hey, you know, whatever I have interest, or you know, the things that I wanted because of my own reasons, they're no longer just my reasons now. And other ideas and inspirations came from just the simple thought of knowing, hey, you're going to bring life into this world. What are you going to leave for that, you know, for that life? You know, so that's really like exciting, bro. For sure.
Oh my God, bro, you look excited. You look happy. You look ready for this baby to come to the world. Bro. You got pictures? Shut up.
Well, yeah, that too, but
sonograms, is that what they're called? Sonograms? You got a sonogram of it? Of your daughter going, hey, Dad?
When I found out, bro, the first thing that I got, everyone knows I'm a Laker fan.
Shut up, dude. That's so cute. That's what's up, dude.
Still, you know, bro, I'm telling you.
Dude, you're just like, put it in the bag. Put it in the bag. Done.
You have no choice.
Dude, what if she's like, Dad? She's like, Dad, mira, look, I'm a Clippers fan. Get out of my house.
We're not gonna go there.
Get out of my house.
No, it's different. If it was true, then I'd be upset.
She's like, I'm a Raptor fan, Dad. Sorry, man.
I guess so. As long as it's not Clippers, man, you can be a fan. Anything else, Clippers is red.
Nah, man. Niñita's a Laker fan already. She hasn't even popped out of the womb.
No. She hears me yelling whenever I'm watching a game or something.
So she knows like the flow of it.
Oh yeah, yeah, and it's usually disappointment because they're not that great this year. But
And wait, and how's the mom to be doing? How's she doing?
oh, tired, man, tired. She's
Yeah.
sleepy. Just everything that you read in the books. It's like, okay, at least it prepares me to know. But like, wow, it really does take a toll on women, and I admire women for just carrying life because it's it changes everything, and it just it really is just your body giving nutrients, life through your body, and it's crazy, and I can't even imagine what that feels like.
Sacrifice. That is sacrifice right there, dude.
That's next level.
You're sacrificing your body and you're sacrificing your food. You can't even drink anymore if you like to drink. You can't smoke the medicine if you like to smoke the medicine. You're like, no, I got to treat my body the best because, baby, I love you.
Exactly, bro. Yeah, that's what it is. But that doesn't stop us from having a little fun with the food.
Hey, no, keep mom. I hope you're keeping the mama happy. Keep her happy, man.
Yeah. She is the temple of life. Gotta treat her like it. Yeah, bro. Yeah. So she's obviously tired, bro. She's tired, and we're just kind of like waiting at this point because it's like really not that far from now. The 20th, they say, is the anticipated due date.
The 20th of February.
Yeah, bro. Next month. Damn. Yep.
Dude, man, fucking. So my girl, she likes to she's like a nerd of knowledge. She has curiosity just to learn more, and
yeah,
because she's a woman, right, and like birthing a child may be in her future. We don't know if we're gonna have kids, right, but it may be in her future. And she's looked up some interesting ass shit about like motherhood, and like did you know that we, like me and you, we hold like DNA memory, like residual memory from our mothers and their mothers.
That's a trip.
And it's like literally consistent strictly through your moms, because of like you were in your mom and then your mom was in her mom at one point.
Bro, yeah, that's definitely a mindfuck, bro, because and it's not just, I feel like people pick up so much from their parents, and it's really much more than just observation. It really is, because we're connected like somehow, the memories, like everything's transferred through, right? And I would imagine it's like, okay, your kid is not just your kid because they've watched you and learned everything from you. They really just have pieces of you in them.
Literally, yeah.
If not, a full little clone.
Exactly, dude. Because there's the whole nature versus nurture, right? Like what's more dominant, but it's like a combination of both,
Yeah, bro. Yeah, exactly. It really is. It's always a balance, bro.
And bro, you were talking about those books, and honestly, like, okay, I'm not a father to be. I haven't done that, but I'm expecting that if I were to be a father to be, that I don't give a shit about what books say, because my experience with my partner is going to be my experience with my partner. And when 100%. When I have that kid, no book's going to tell me how to raise little baby Brogan here. No. Little baby Brogan's gonna, like, it's just baby Brogan. There's no book about baby Brogan yet. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, I look at it. I try to look at it. I mean, I'll give you an example. For example, we have when I was gonna open the shop, there was a ton of information online that I could research and learn and try to take some of the information back and apply it. But it wasn't necessarily always all gonna work. And some of it was not even useful, honestly. I spent hours reading, but the point is that I consumed the information, and that's really all that you should have, is just the information, at least, so I can refer back to. I'd rather be over-prepared with nonsense than under-prepared with, like, nothing. You know what I mean?
Totally. Okay.
With business, in life, anything, I feel like at least I've referred to it and I can go back. Because, bro, I'll read some of the reviews. I'll research a book or an article, and then I'll pick it apart myself, and then be like, okay, well, I'll take this piece from it, maybe not this, and I'll have my own opinions about it. So I feel like that helps to, also for me to understand this is a singular experience for me and my partner. You know what I mean? Like, maybe she, her feet are not swelling. I don't know. Random point, right? But yeah, it's one of those things like that a book can say could happen, could not. Who knows? But even with parenting, there are parenting books out there, right? And maybe your kid is the spawn of the devil and he doesn't respond to whatever
Dude,
advice it gives you.
I don't know, man. I feel like sometimes kids are just reflections of us, no?
Oh God, yeah.
Like, I don't know, from what I
Which part
hear.
though?
Every part, the good, the bad, and the ugly, man.
The whole span of life.
Yeah, like imagine like being a kid and like the first like 3-4 years of your life, you're just absorbing shit, just absorbing your senses and shit.
Yeah,
And then at one
yeah,
point,
yeah,
you're like creating a self, and then you have to make decisions based off of what you just observed in these last couple of years.
yeah, yeah. And I think yeah, that's tough because like as we were talking about earlier, there's sometimes not even guidance. Like you just kind of have to do it yourself. Like I'm just gonna wing it here, just gonna Hail Mary this, and hopefully it hits. And you know, that's all we have sometimes. Because you're saying we're creating all this like as we're getting, we're getting through those phases in our life. We get older, we live whatever we live, and then we kind of have to make a decision. But who knows what we're doing, and it just forms you, and then you
Yeah.
become this person from your collective experiences.
Yeah, I like to
It blows my mind.
I like to think of whatchamacallit, something that I think Swan said it. Amanda Swan back from Birmingham, where she was like, just make a choice. It doesn't matter if you're right or wrong on stage, right? Just make a choice.
Yeah, don't get stuck.
That's how it is in life. Like, yeah, imagine yourself on stage. It's your turn to take your cue. What are you gonna do?
Bro, it's like that little, bit of knowledge is applicable now. You think like I gotta do what I gotta do what I gotta do. It is
Yeah.
my choice will be what it is. The point is I made a choice. I'm like, I'm out here stuck. Man. That's a good one, son. I'll give her that one.
Swan, yeah, man. Dude, here's another piece of advice Swan gave us that I fucking
Yeah.
took with me, where she was like, you don't need a theater degree to be an actor. And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
got it. I'm not going to be a theater major. Cool.
Weren't you?
No, I wasn't. I was a music major.
Oh, music major. Did you major in voice as your
Dude, I went in wanting to go and be a cello performance. Bro, like I played, like, dude,
you put that baby down?
No, she's still in the corner over there. I'm looking at you. I love that cello.
Throw a kiss again.
Love you.
Bro, I had no idea you were still playing, but that's awesome.
Dude, at that point I was like, after I left Birmingham, like I was performing, sure, but like, I was doing like the musicals and stuff, but I wanted to be a cellist. I had dreams of like wanting to play
I met
an
you as a
orchestra.
cellist.
Yeah. That's how I got to meet all of y'all. Like I was just playing cello in the pit, and then stuff
Secretly
rolled.
a musical theater star.
Dude, if you look back at that footage, which is on YouTube, I don't know. Like,
bro,
it's
I
the most
have
awkward
definitely
thing in the world, dude. It's the most awkward thing in the world, and it should be. I mean, it's high school theater, a high school theater in the Valley.
Watching my talent show performances from my senior year, like, dumb as fuck, bro. Sound dumb as fuck.
Dude, nah, you had a great voice, bro. And also, I remember you rocked the good spiky hair look. You were rocking that look.
It's like a light, modification.
It's matured. Your hair's matured.
I got a little, do its thing because of the hairline,
Dude, it looks good, man. But no, that voice, bro. Like, dude, there were a bunch of... Dude, no, you know what made me cringe the most was in Music Man.
Oh, wow.
Dude, during Music Man, bro, I would always mess up the quartet. I would never give that quartet their note. I always gave them a fucking wrong note, and they always picked it up. Karlo and all them always had it.
Oh, my God. Bro, it's because, I don't know. You also had a lot of other shit to learn.
Yeah.
You had such a heavy load to carry as a lead, bro. Like, and I look back, it's like, bro, you still killed it regardless. There was yeah, sure. There was some moments looking back from where you stand now, and like, damn, like, but I'm sure that you then was proud of you there.
No.
You know what I mean?
No,
and you're like, damn, I did it though.
Dude, I remember
looking back, it's like as a professional, it's like, I'm a music major.
I have notes for myself.
Let's go flat on that note.
Oh, Steven, what are you doing? Come on. What are you doing with your hands? He's like, I don't know.
Why is this arm just stiff?
Bro, I remember like when we got when we did Trouble for the first time fully, like everyone, like we were all like just feeling like so victorious getting through that crazy number.
Yeah.
Dude, would you ever do theater again? Do your local?
No, man.
Not for
You know,
you?
I think I'd rather do choir probably, man. I've always thought about joining a choir again. And I always tell the guys too, man, you know, we're always like doing karaoke, doing dumb shit, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, something that we always like to do is still sing. And, you know, I don't know about theater, you know, I think it's just tough to do, you know, I think some choice that has to resonate with me. You know, and I feel like it's because like, okay, well, they're doing this one, you know, or they're doing that one. I don't know if it'll hit, you know. I guess it's just like I'd rather do well on something I enjoy.
No, that's totally fair. That is totally fair.
But I'd love to join a choir, bro. Like, damn, I think if I could, if it was possible for me to form one, I would.
Dude, the Rose Garden men's choir. Can you imagine?
The barbershop quartet.
No, dude, that'd be like a dope ass TikTok channel. The Rose Garden Barbershop Quartet.
Wow. Hey, man. Yeah, you're right. I'm doing it. That's it. I'm
texting
the guys.
Texting the guys. Guys, rehearsal right now. Get here now.
After the podcast.
Oh fuck, man. Well, look, I don't know. I don't want to keep you too late. I don't want to keep you too late, especially from your mother to be right there. You gotta take care of her. We can get. I don't know if you know, but there is a segment to this show, an official segment, a questions portion.
Questions portion. Okay.
We got 10 questions I'm going to ask you right now, and these questions are from inside the actor studio. Do you know the show?
No, bro. I've never heard of it.
Oh, right on. No worries. Well, these questions are from the show hosted by James Lipton. He was this guy. He passed away a little while back. He would host this show that was hosted in Pace University. So it was basically a lecture for grad students, acting grad students. And he would interview actors, you know, also, you know, he from everyone has been on that show. And at the end of the interview, he would ask these 10 questions. They're very simple questions, but they're deceptively simple. Like, like think about them. If you want to take some time to think about it, that's what I want. I want you to think about it.
Can I ask a question to your question? Or I'm just supposed to answer them with the question that I'm given. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, you totally can if it's, you know, if it's applicable, but I feel like it's pretty straightforward. Pretty straightforward. Are you ready, Sammy?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Hit me. Speed round.
All right. Here we go. All right. Question 1. What is your favorite word?
Oh man, my favorite word is because.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Could you
elaborate?
Yes, please.
I'd love to.
Yes, please. Yeah.
Yes. I know. I mean, because of the use and by its very definition, it is the reason for why. You know, so I think that's why it's such a great word in any case. You know, you want to find the answer for something because is usually what precedes the answer.
Wow. Nice. Dig it. I haven't heard that one before. Dig it.
Okay, yeah.
All right, here we go. Next question. You set the bar pretty high already, dude. So
no, it's just all downhill from here, bro.
Next question. What is your least favorite word?
My least favorite word? Man, that's an even tougher one because I love all words. My least favorite, though, is the question.
Mm-hmm.
My least favorite word. Man, I feel like I'm going to give a general answer.
Please.
Because I can't really pin a word. I guess it's more of words collectively that are not absolute. Does that make sense? Like there are some
Types of words that aren't absolute.
correct. So maybe
Ah.
yes or no. Gray area. Think of gray area. Um, those are my least favorite words that kind of don't have an answer. They're just responses uh, when you don't have an answer. So I feel like those words are the ones that I don't like, or that I least like.
Dig it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I hear that
I
when
can't really
people.
pick one.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I dig it. I hear that when people say "I don't know" as a response, they're actually just procrastinating, and they do know what they want. They're just not.
Right, right, yeah.
They just say
Or
what you
even
want.
just like you just not want to think about it yet.
Yeah, like think about it. Don't just.
Hold off.
I give up. I don't know.
Who knows? Figure it out later.
All right. Next question.
All right.
What turns you on mentally, spiritually, or emotionally?
Mentally, spiritually, or emotionally, and it's or right.
And
Either
or.
of the three,
Either of the three, all
and
three.
or all together as a trinity.
It's whatever. Yeah, it's
Let's see.
whatever. Yeah, it's whatever. However you perceive it.
And it's interesting. The way it's worded is interesting. It's like what turns you on, which implies like a physical type of, and then it kind of leads into like, okay, how does that equate into a spiritual, emotional? Okay, that makes sense. Or mental. What turns mentally and spiritually? Okay, more again generally, and it is towards all three. Is I think understanding, and that's whether it's spiritual, right? Just to be aware and to know within yourself, and if for example, and that's why I mean spiritual is really just kind of between you and what you believe in, and then there's the emotional, right, an understanding of what you feel, and mental is just an understanding of what you think and how you can process through all that and make sense of it. So really just I feel like covering all three, I think just having an understanding, it really does, equate to, I guess, turning you on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dig it. Okay. Dig it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I need to I feel like I need to add that emotional, spiritual, mental because like you said, we automatically equate it to the physical.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, so I
And
dig it.
then it's our own fault.
Hey.
That's how we think initially, right? It's reaction.
But for you, it's understanding. That's wonderful. Next question. What turns you off emotionally, mentally, or spiritually?
I think it'd just be the opposite of it, or refusal to even have, I guess open mindedness, right? Refusal, yeah, to put it together, refusal to have open mindedness towards something you don't understand, if there is something you don't, and which if that could be somehow converted into you understanding even better, that's where we want to be. But if we're not, then obviously it just kind of feels uh, if anything tense if you don't understand in those three aspects that we just talked about.
Yeah. Living in ignorance.
Yes. I mean, people would prefer that sometimes than to know that sometimes truth hurts, right? Yeah.
But it sets you free, so they say.
So they say.
So they say. All right, man. Next question. What sound or noise do you love?
Sorry, you cut off. What was that?
What sound or noise do you love?
I mean, obviously music, but to not choose music, I'm gonna think of something else. Um, just the sound of rain, or really any type of no. I think it's more so the white noise effect that it creates. Whether it's like the sound of wind, the sound of rain or rushing water, I think that those are the sounds that I gravitate towards. If I could have a white noise machine and just have it playing, I would love that. And I do actually. I sleep with like a air purifier just for the damn noise, So I just love like things that just like a whooshing sounds or whatever, as long as it's like kind of in the background, just like, you know.
Nice. Right on. Dig it, man. Thank you. Next question. What sound or noise do you hate?
No, what noise do I hate? This is gonna sound weird, but when people sometimes like they just play music out of their phone.
Yeah, like just walking around with it.
Yeah, but not like on a speaker, but it's literally coming out of the phone speakers.
Yeah.
The way that the sound comes, that really bugs me, man. Like, I hate it when people are playing music from their phones because it's such bad quality, right? All you're hearing it is from this tiny little sound source, and just like, how it sounds just ruins it. And it's coming from such a tiny source of sound. It just ruins the song, and I don't want to hear it. Can we get this person a Bluetooth speaker?
Can we get them a JBL? Can someone get a JBL, please?
We got a Walmart one. It don't matter. Please, not through your phone. I don't care. Just project this sound. But yeah, I think that honestly, it sounds weird, but that's probably up there.
All right.
And sounds that I hate. The sound of it.
Dig it. Cool. All right. Next question. What is your favorite curse word?
Curse word.
Such an evil laugh.
Bro, honestly, my favorite curse word, huh?
Yeah. Just one. Just one.
Bro. I mean, I like saying bitch a lot. It's not the most popular one, but it just expresses things, It's not even fuck. I don't even like using fuck that much, but shit's cool. But like, I feel like bitch is like, fuck, bitch,
Yeah.
And it's not even referring to anything. It's just like fucking bitch ass shoe, bitch ass. I stub my toe, bitch ass bed. Like, it's just like, I don't know. I just feel like it communicates my emotions the best.
Nice.
Yeah.
Bitch ass shoe.
Bitch ass cold ass water.
Dig it. See, I learn a lot from people through these questions. I learn a lot.
It's like that. So that's how he curses when he's mad. Shut your bitch ass up.
Like, oh, he's fucking mad. He likes that one. He likes that one.
He loves that one.
All right. Next question.
With it.
What profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
Profession other than my own would I like to attempt? I don't know, man. I feel like realistically, like I would like to attempt.
Reach for the stars. Don't even think realistically. Reach for the stars. What would you like to attempt other than what you do? Yeah, climb that mountain.
I got the answer.
That was a beautiful moment. I really saw
honestly, bro,
that wish come down.
And I think I'm gonna say this because I always said this as a kid. I think I've always wanted to be in the
Say that again. You cut off. Say that again.
I think that just because I always thought this as a kid, and as kids we think like, oh yeah, I'm reaching for the stars for sure. But I've always wanted to be in the medical field, whether that was like as a doctor or as a surgeon or anything in that area or field. I feel like, yeah, I would love to, and just more so for the knowledge too. I love like, I feel like it's so intricate in the details, and that's something that I've always loved about like medical anything. I love watching medical TV shows too.
Damn, dig it.
Yeah, man. Or like law too, anything like, but most so, yeah, definitely doctor. I'll say doctor. Stick to my answer. That's it. I'm done.
Final answer. Thank you. Nice. Final answer. All right. Next question.
Hit me with it.
What profession would you not like to do?
Not. So many of them.
Doesn't look at the list.
I think, okay, let me put it this way. I think any profession where, I'm working in a corporate environment, period. I don't, and I say this because I've worked, my whole life has been kind of working in the bank since I was even 19. That's where I started my career, and I kind of just went on with it for, a decade. And, I just feel like I truly do despise it. I think working for anyone, period. I think, people can generally agree, yeah, it sucks. Do not recommend at all.
Especially
because it's just again, yeah, a corporation where you're scheduled to a certain hours, you have a schedule, and you're kind of like, working around somebody's need for a business as opposed to you working for the needs of your own business, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so yeah, I think that's it. Just anything where I'm working for anyone.
Beautiful. Said like a true entrepreneur. All right.
Yeah, oh yeah. Jardín de Rosas.
That's what you should hear when you walk into the barbershop.
Bienvenidos al Jardín de Rosas.
Jardín de Rosas.
As petals fall slowly from the ceiling.
You're like, what the fuck? Are these fresh? Oh my God, it's morning dew.
Oh, man.
All right, we made it to the final question.
Hit me.
If heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say as you enter the pearly gates?
Oh, man. I'm going to refer to a Bible verse on this one.
Whoa. Okay, another first.
This is, and I think that it perfectly sums up, and it's one of the most, rewarding, I feel like. And I'm not sure exactly. I'm going to quote it exactly, but it basically says, in we'll translate it to English. It says, "You have fought the good fight." And I think that sums it up. You've done what you needed to do. You've battled through it. You pushed through it, and now you can come home. You did everything you could. And that's what I want to feel like. I want to feel like I put everything that I could possibly put of myself into this world, and I left nothing to regret or to chance, and I did it all. I fought the good fight. I pushed through it. I'm done. I'm here. Let me in. I did my mission. I did my purpose as much as I could. You know what I mean? I feel like that'll really just sum it up for me, I think.
Nice. Well, you did it, Sammy. We got to the end of the podcast, dude.
Nice.
Here we are. Now it's your time.
Beautiful question.
Yeah. Oh, well, hey, beautiful answers, my friend. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And look, now it's the time. I want you to please let the people know about everything about Rose Garden, anything else you want them to know, what you're working on. Let them know where they can find you, man. Tell them. Social
Definitely.
security
For
number.
Myself, I'll give you just the last 4 if you need to. That's all you need. So for myself, Sammy Aguilar, that is my handle if you want to find me. As you guys know, I'm the co-owner of Rose Garden Barbershop. In addition, I'm also a mortgage loan officer. So if you're looking to find if you're pre-approved for a mortgage, I can definitely help you out with that. The link is also in my page. You can feel free to follow that as well. For Rose Garden Barbershop at RGBLB, you know where to find us. Satakoy and Louise in Lake Balboa, California.
Go get a haircut there, y'all.
I actually I'm getting one tomorrow for the weekend for my birthday. I have to.
Hey.
I'll get crispy.
Get crispy. Does Karlo, is he the only one who cuts your hair?
No, actually, bro, I've jumped to I've given everybody a shot.
Hey.
And I've kind of landed now with one guy, Tanny. He's been with us from the beginning too. I don't know if you remember him, but yeah, I've given everybody a chance. I kind of wanted to find who I felt like, okay, they deliver my cut exactly as I want to see it, And I think you find that even as anyone would okay, which one is my barber? And you just identify oh, wow, this guy cuts my hair great. Let me just sit with him. So yeah, tomorrow's the day. Going out of town for the weekend. For my last hurrah, my 31st. And then fatherhood.
Dude, 31 and then fatherhood. Well, dude,
bro.
Well, thank you for being here, man. Happy birthday, soon to be. Maybe this will drop on your birthday. We'll see.
We'll see, bro.
I'll work on it, man. It's just, I'm the team and crew, man. I'll work my ass off. We'll get this out
bro.
for you, bro.
I believe in you, bro. I know you can. I know you will.
Oh man. Well, let's see. We're just gonna do a little fade out, right? Just deep. There we are, everybody. We did it. At the end of episode 83. This marks the 40th episode with interviews with guests for the Why the F Not podcast, and I'm pretty ecstatic about that. I think that deserves a subscription from you. Like, just subscribe. It's free, right? Just subscribe. Like, I'm gonna get pointing again. I don't want to point anymore. You know what I mean? Now that we're like 40 episodes in with guests, I don't be pointing anymore. I don't do that no more. I don't do that. Okay, I don't do that. I'm pointing at myself now. But subscribe. I don't know. Have fun. But Sammy, I hope you enjoyed my talk with Sammy. Gonna be a dad soon. His birthday's coming up soon. Go check out his Instagram, Sammy Aguilar. Let me just double check because I'm pretty sure it just has his name. Like, he got lucky on that one. Yeah, he got really lucky. He got that handle, Sammy Aguilar. Go check him out. Go check out the Rose Garden. I'm not editing that. It's gonna stay in there. The Rose Garden Barbershop on Instagram. If you're in the Valley, the San Fernando Valley in California, check them out for a cut. They will take care of you. I've been there. I got a shirt. See? And no, they gave me this shirt before I had the podcast. So I was like, I'm gonna wear this, and I love it. Before, like, hey, come on, go check them out. It's a fun time over there. I think they have like music and stuff playing, maybe an Xbox. I don't know, man. Go check it out. Have fun with them, man. And don't forget to check out the links below for all of my channels and stuff. You can go on YouTube, TikTok, I think Instagram and Facebook. There's a Facebook page for the Why the F Not podcast now, because why not? And most importantly, don't forget, you are enough. You are more than enough. It's incredible how enough you are. Okay, bye. I'm leaving. Bye. Lying beside you. Something else. I don't know what the words are right now. It's now over. Time to go back. Bye, 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 bye.